Good morning, students. Today we will start our first chapter of political science, that is power sharing, and it will be the first part of this chapter. Before discussing this chapter, first of all, we will see the contents and you can say the topics which we will cover in this video lecture. Well, students, first of all, I'll introduce the chapter, means I will give the introduction of the chapters and what are the basic things what we will going to read in this chapter. First of all, I'll give the introduction of the chapter. Then we will discuss about the story of Belgium and Sri Lanka. These are two countries. We will discuss the stories of the Belgium and Sri Lanka. After then, we will discuss the process of the accommodation in Belgium and the power sharing method which is adopted by Sri Lanka. We will discuss this thing. Whenever we discuss all these things, then we will discuss about why power sharing is desirable and you can say important in democratic government. Here you can say in a democratic country. We will discuss this important question, and according to the board perspective, it will be very important for you. After then, and you can say in the end of the chapter, we will discuss about the different forms of power sharing जो all over world के अंदर हम यूज करते हैं. इन सब चीजों को हम डिस्कस करेंगे. तो अगर मैं टोटली बात करता हूं तो we will discuss all these contents and you can say all these topics in this lecture. So students, if you think about democratic country, in the last year, you can say in the 9th standard, we have started our tour of democracy. There we have discussed that democracy is a form of government in which people elect their representative and you can say rulers. We have started this basic form and you can say we have started our democratic tour from this, you can say this portion. We have started from it. Then students, we have discussed a lot of features about democracy and we have seen a lot of things about democracy. Then we have reached at a standard definition of democracy. That is, democracy is a form of government of the people, for the people and by the people. And this definition was given by the president of USA, that is Abraham Lincoln. This is the standard definition of democracy. Listen carefully. That democracy is a form of government of the people, for the people and by the people. We have discussed all these things in 9th standard. So from the 10th standard, with this chapter, we will resume the tour of democracy that we have started last year. So we will resume this thing again. That chapter is power sharing. Question is that if you think about the heading, that chapter is power sharing. If you think about the heading of the chapter, it means that power must be shared. And if we think about democratic country, in a democratic country, power is shared among, you can say, different level of the government and you can say different organs of the government. So we have seen all these things. Okay, then if a democracy, there must be a power sharing. It depends upon the level of the government, it depends upon the different organs of the government. But it is very important thing for democracy, you can say. Power must be shared. It must not rest only in one hand. This is the basic concept of democracy. And you can say this is the spirit of democracy. To know what is power sharing and what are the benefits of the power sharing, we will start this chapter by two stories. The first one is Belgium and the second one is Sri Lanka. And both these stories tell us how democracies handle the demands of the power sharing. Now, dear students, let's discuss about the story of Belgium. First of all, we will see what Belgium has taken the, you can say, model of power sharing. First of all, I will tell you where is Belgium in our world. If you think about Belgium, it is a small country in Europe and having near about 1 crore population. And if you think about Belgium, it is, you can say that Belgium is a very small country and it is look like a Haryana. You can say that. Now, this next point, it is very most important. It has borders, and you can say it shares some its border with few countries like Netherlands, France, and Germany. These are the neighboring country of Belgium. Now, first of all, we will discuss the ethnic composition of Belgium, because Belgium has a very complex racial composition, and due to which there is a, you can say, conflict. There was create a conflict in Belgium. First of all, we will discuss about the ethnic composition of Belgium. If you think about the Belgium racial composition, it is based on the language. There is the 1 marks question, and it will be very beneficial to all of you that you can say on what basis the ethnic composition of Belgium was there. So that is based on, you can say, only language. Here, 59% people, they live in a Flemish region and they speak, you can say, Dutch language. And another 40% people who spoke, you can say, who speaks French, they are living in the Wallonia region. And there are 1 remaining percent of Belgian, they speak French. So in this way, we can say that Belgium ethnic composition, it is based on language, where 59% people speak Dutch language and 40% people, they speak French language. Only 1% people, they are living in Germany. So they are German speaking people. Now student, listen very carefully here. Here there are two main important groups. The first one is Dutch speaking people and the second one is French speaking people. And if we think about the entire country, the majority of the population speak Dutch language and they are living in the Flemish region. Now listen, Flemish region and Wallonia region, these are most 2 important points, because sometimes the question will be asked to you, in which region Dutch speaking people lives? Then you have to give the answer of Flemish region, not Belgium. It is the Flemish region. Right, students? Okay, so in this way, there are 100% population, it is based on, you can say, language. Now here the minority. Now listen, minority is German speaking people. Minority, they are German speaking people, but we will discuss only 2 groups. First one is Dutch and the second one is French. Here Dutch is in majority and the French one is, you can say, in minority. If we think about the minority group, it means I am talking about French. They are relatively, you can say, they were relatively rich and powerful from the beginning. And due to the, you can say, educational benefit and economical benefit, they got it very earlier period. So they are very rich and powerful. The basic reason is here. And due to this thing, the Dutch speaking people, they were, you can say, resented, because they got the benefit of economical development and, you can say, education. They got it very later on, you can say, very much later. So that's why the Dutch speaking people, they were resented, because the French people, they are very rich and powerful. Reason is that because they got the benefit of economical development and, you can say, education, they got the benefit of it in the early period and, you can say, in the earlier area. But if you think about the Dutch speaking people, they got the benefit of this economic development and, you can say, this education very much later. That's why they are not rich, they are poor person. And Dutch speaking people, they made the, you can say, majority of the country, and they got the benefit of all these things very later. So that's why they are, you can say, resented. So this due to this thing, a tension is created, you can say, was created between Dutch speaking people and the French speaking people, and it was during the 1950s and 1960s. Listen carefully, during the 1950s and 1960s, due to this problem, there is a tension created between Dutch speaking people and the French speaking people. But listen carefully, students, This tension, it is not so much acute in the whole country. It is too much acute in the Brussels, the capital city of Belgium. Now listen students, this is Brussels, that capital city of, you can say, Belgium. Here that ethnic tension, and you can say this tension becomes so much acute. Why it became so much acute? Reason is this, that in the capital city of Brussels, we can say that 80% people speak French language, while 20% people, they spoke, you can say, Dutch language. Now, in Brussels, there is a, you can say, contrast. The community which formed majority in whole country, that community, it is in minor, you can say, it is in minority, you can say, in the capital city. So the ethnic tension that is created in the whole Belgium, it is very acute in Brussels, the capital city, because here the minority group, which is in entire country, now in the Brussels, the capital city, it is in the majority. So this problem is very acute in Belgium. And here there is a very much problem during the, you can say, 1950s and 1960s. Now students, you can see the map of the Belgium. If you think about the Belgium, this map tells you that there is a Brussels, only a tiny dot in the Belgium. It is a Brussels. And if you think about the red color, it is Wallonia region where French-speaking people lives. And if we think about the Flemish region, that is color of yellow, it is a Dutch-speaking people area. You can see the map of, you can see, Belgium. Okay. Now, this ethnic tension, Belgium accommodated by the power sharing method. So here we have to discuss what steps have been taken by Belgium to accommodate all these diversity, you can see. Now, if we think about Belgium, Belgium leaders recognized diversity in the country. Means they recognize the things and they came to know about it, that it will create a lot of problem due to which they can face economical hardship also, and there are many other hardship also. So to remove this conflict, to reduce this conflict between 1970 to 1993, they made many changes in the constitution to ensure the unity of the country. And this amendment is 4-time amendments. Between 1970 to 1993, there were 4-time amendments in the constitution of Belgium, where Belgium accommodate this type of problems. The Belgium, you can say, the framework of the Belgium constitution, that they adopted an innovative method. You can say they adopted innovative ways. What are the features of that innovative innovative method? And you can say, what are the elements of the Belgium model of power sharing? We will discuss here. Now, students, it's a very most important question, but we are going to discuss now. What are the, you can say, question is that, what are the elements of the Belgium model of power sharing? This is the basic question, and it is very most important question. If we think about the Belgium element model of power sharing, first, you can say the first one is equal number of Dutch and French speaking ministers in the central government, and no single community can make any decision by itself because there is equal ministers. तो सबसे पहला अगर हम बात करते हैं, ये the first step which the Belgium government took, the first one is that in the central government, the number of people, the number of the ministers of both languages must be equal, so that whenever any decision is taken, it took, you can say, both communities. No single community can take the decision. Next one, some power of the central government, they were, you can say, they were transferred to the state government also. Here, I want to tell you one thing. Belgium adopted federal power sharing method. It means there is a central government. Second one is the state government is also there. So according to state government and federal power sharing method, some power of the central government, which was taken from the central government and it was provided to the state government. This is the second step. Now, third one, come to the capital city, that is Brussels. The Brussels government has equal representation also for the community, for both communities, because Dutch speaking people, they agreed the point that equal number of ministers will be in central government, so there must be equal number of you can say representative and you can say ministers in the state government also. So Brussels government also took same method and same phenomena which entire country adopted. These three things, and the most important thing which solve all the problem, now that is community government. Listen carefully. Community government. Belgium had adopted one thing, that is a community government. It means government of the people belonging to the one language. And this community government has the power to take the cultural, educational, and language related issues. It means that there are one Dutch community government, second one is French community government, and third one is the German community government. And all the government has the representative and you can say members of the same language. They can take the decision related to culture, education, and language. And they also check each other also, so that no one can take the benefit of the situation. Okay, this community government reduce and you can say help to reduce the ethnic tension in Belgium. So these are the 4 points. Yeah, you can say these are the 4 elements which Belgium adopted for the power sharing method. And due to this thing, Belgium helped to avoid the conflict between communities. Due to these, you can say model and due to these elements of the power sharing. And due to this thing, when European countries form European Union, the Brussels, you can say, was chosen as its headquarters. When whole European countries, they form a European Union, so that they took the decision related to the, you can say, European matters, Brussels was chosen as its headquarter. Reason is that because Belgium adopted this method. This is the basic reason. Because Belgium has, you can say, had sorted out its problem, its ethnic tension. So that's why Brussels was chosen as its headquarter. Okay, students, you can say this is the Belgium model of power sharing method. Right, students? Okay, students, today in this lecture, we have studied this thing. From tomorrow, we will discuss the story of Sri Lanka, and we will see the, you can say, how Sri Lanka taken, you can say, share the power and which method it has been adopted. We will discuss this thing in the next lecture. Okay, I think everything is clear to all of you. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.